What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It is that time again for some more anti-MLM top fails. If you're new here, I take the top fails of the past week or so from network marketing companies, network marketing distributors, also known as multi-level marketing, also known as direct selling, also known as pyramid schemes. So yeah, we basically dissect some of the fails that people have sent me or I found myself from network marketing, and we talk about them. We live, we laugh, we learn. So anyway, let's not waste any more time. Let's just get into the first fail of the week. So this week we're starting off with an appetizer, and then we're gonna slowly ramp it up till we're all the way turned up. Okay, it's gonna get really bad this week. Just giving you a forewarning. So this first one is my favorite because it is a culmination of everything I've been talking about on my channel literally for the past year now. Okay, I love when this happens, when it's just wrapped up in a perfect little bow. This is what this one is. Okay, so first one comes from a Beachbody top coach. There's a lot of people that I like to check in on. Okay, I do my check-ins for research purposes. And there's some people in particular who are extra interesting to me, you know, for fail videos or whatever. You know, there's some people I know I can always go to them and I know I'll find something. So this week was no exception, and I found the most epic fail. I love when this happens. This is one of the top Beachbody coaches, like literally I'm talking top percent of the company, like top 10. Huge downline underneath her. She's been doing it for a while and she's got a ton of followers on social media. So anyway, I found this the other day and I just had to share. She posted this to her Instagram story the other day, and it said, "I absolutely love giving my clients all the knowledge and all the tips. Today I shared tips on ways you can boost your health right now. Thought I would share this tip with everyone to go off of my tip of the day." So for some context, she gives a tip of the day every day, which is, it's like one of those things where it's like, how does this motivate anybody? I don't know. But right now she's sharing like a snippet. It's a section of a bigger project that she's put together for her clients. And she's showing just like a little snippet of it to kind of entice people into seeing what would you get if you signed up with me, or if you were a client of mine, or if you were, you know, signing up with doing Shakeology, doing Beachbody workouts under me in my challenge group type of thing, right? Here's a little sneak peek of what you would get, okay? She's very proud of this, and she is claiming that this is her own thing. She says, "Today I shared tips on ways you can boost your health, and I absolutely love giving my clients all the knowledge and all the tips," okay? It says number 2. She didn't start with number 1. This is obviously the one piece that she's very proud of, and this is what it says. Okay. Number 2, stand more. Research estimates the average person spends more than half of their waking hours with bum in a chair. "But I exercise," you may be thinking. That's great, but you're not off the hook. A report published in the blah, blah, blah internal medicine finds that exercising even up to an hour a day does not undo the negative health effects of sitting. So you might be thinking, okay, whatever. Well, me checking in on these people a lot, I realized something. Hey, wait a minute. That's not your writing. You know when you read something, and I'm sure teachers who watch this, you can relate to this, you know it wasn't the student, okay? It's way more scholarly than what that person's capable of, and this is way more scholarly than what this person's capable of. And here's the other thing. The thing that really tipped me off was the part where not only was it that she had like all these perfectly cited sources, and she was pulling from actual like reputable sources to help with this like little article she'd put together. But the bum in a chair, it's not something that people my age have in their vernacular. We don't say bum in place of butt. You know what I'm saying? So I thought, hold on. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not her writing. I know it. So the next day, I'm like, I'm looking this up. So what did I do? All it took, okay, was me typing into Google the first sentence. This is all I did. I typed in, research estimates the average person spends more than half of their waking hours with bum in a chair. What do I find? There's an article by Cheryl Kraft and Kate Bayless, 8 of the most common things you can do to boost your health. It's an article from October 18th, 2018. It has a short introduction, and then it lists out 8 different ways to boost your health. The first bullet point, okay? The first bullet point, number 1, stand more. Then it says, yeah, it's pretty bad according to research, which estimates the average person spends more than half of their waking hour with bum in a chair. And I go, I found it. I fucking found it. And then it goes, but I exercise, you may be thinking. Well, sorry, you're not off the hook. A report published in the blah, blah, blah of internal medicine finds that exercising even up to an hour a day does not undo the negative health effects of sitting. And the whole rest of the article is copy and pasted, with the exception of a few things that she changed and added in there, like for flair, you know, when they say, oh yeah, you can copy my homework but change a few things. Let me break it down for you. Let me just break it down, because I need to break it down. First of all, I don't think I need to explain to you plagiarism, okay? I don't need to explain it to you, but if I must, it's one of the worst offenses you can commit while you're on the job, or while you're in college, or while you're in high school. Plagiarism is no joke. People fail out of college because they plagiarize. People lose their job over plagiarism. You would never be able to turn something into your boss that was plagiarized. Do you know what I'm saying? It needs to be from your own fudging brain. And if it's not, then cite your source. If it's not, cite your source. But here's the thing. Number one, these people want us to take their job seriously, and oh, it's not a pyramid scheme, it's a legitimate business that I'm running. And then they do this. Here's another thing. Imagine paying someone to be your health and fitness coach, essentially your accountability partner, to give you tips. If you're in your downline too, they say that they're mentoring you and that they're your, you know, you can go to them with questions and business advice and blah, 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 right? And they're plagiarizing. Hey, huh? Imagine plagiarizing and then passing that off to your clients. Imagine having people pay for something and it's not even from your own brain. I mean, what a scammer. What a scammer to copy and paste something and then pass it off as your own. But not only that, to take it a step further and then to post it on your own Instagram. This is so embarrassing. To post it on your own Instagram. You're so proud of what you did that you need to post it to your Instagram story. How embarrassing does it get? Not much more than that, I don't think. I mean, what a joke. I absolutely love giving all my clients all the knowledge and all the tips. Today I shared tips on ways you can boost your health right now. Literally use the word boost your health, the name of the article, in her thing. Hey, cover your tracks maybe. But here's the other thing too. Am I surprised? No. This is just the tip of the iceberg of the things that they're probably doing, like the things that they're plagiarizing, the things that they're copying from other people, the stuff that's just regurgitated, half-ass work. This is what I'm talking about, where I was saying, hey, what do these people do all day? Oh, you're working so hard? Just copy and pasting? That's what you do all day? Oh, so you're not doing anything. I was right about that. Okay. Here's the other thing that I was right about. And why I'm not surprised whatsoever, okay? These are the same kind of people who idolize Rachel Hollis, who is the biggest scammer, fraud, plagiarizer that I have ever seen in recent history, which is so sad because she's a best-selling author and people eat her shit up like crazy. I did a video several months ago about how she plagiarized her entire speech that she did at the Beachbody convention. She's literally like the MLM messiah, I'm telling you. She spoke at like literally 5 or 6 different MLM conventions just in the past year. A majority of her book was plagiarized. Her entire speech was ideas taken from other people, which I was directly able to cite. She constantly quotes things and then says that it was her quote, even though it was people who are like pretty famous who are saying it, but she still passes it off as her own. It's not surprising to me that the people who idolize Rachel Hollis are the same people who are going and they don't know how to cite things and are plagiarizing everybody else's work. Hey, don't do it. Hey, you want me to take you seriously? Don't do that. Hey, you want anyone to take you seriously? Don't do that. Case closed. Now we're moving on. I spent a little bit too much time on that one, I think. So our next fail is, you know what? I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to read it to you and then I'll let you decide how you feel about it, okay? So this comes from a Monate market partner. She's a really cool girl and she posted an Instagram, which she eventually had to go and revise because she was doing damage control. But we have the original. So I want to do a quick shout out because the person who gave me the original and who I saw this from originally was the MLM Boss Babe on Instagram. It's one of my favorite anti-MLM accounts. You should definitely follow her. Posts all the time, always consistent, always great stuff. She has really good content. I definitely recommend you follow her. And it's fun because you get more stuff than like just me doing videos. But anyway, I have a lot of favorite accounts, but she was the one that provided me with this, the original. And then I also have the other one. So thank you to her. Big shout out. I'll put her link down below to it. So this is the original, okay? So it's a Mon8 girl, 2 Mon8 girls. And the one that posted it is the one that's on the right. It's kind of like a mini video or like a GIF almost of them laughing. And they're obviously at like some photo shoot, but it's like them laughing over about something. There's no context to it really. She posted this as the caption, okay? She says, random person, Mon8 made my hair fall out. And then she says, me trying to keep a straight face. Oh really? Ha 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 ha. All caps. Then it goes, new VIPs can join free until Sunday night. If you're already a VIP, refer a friend and you'll both get credit towards future products. This emoji. Hey, keep that on ice. I'm going to show you what the revised version is because don't worry, she saved herself. Not really. It says, random person, Mon8 made my hair fall out. Me trying to keep a straight face because it's clinically proven it can't. Oh, really? Ha 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 ha. Yeah, nice save. Now, when did we get to this point where we're laughing about people's hair falling out? Hey, when did we get to the point where we're laughing at people who have scabs and sores and things that are so traumatic and debilitating for them to be going through and experiencing due to your product? When did we get to the point where we're laughing about that? Hey, what's wrong with you? What went so wrong in your life that this is what you do now? I mean, this is like a special kind of fucked up to divide. Like, think about this. Hold on, just think about this. I'm serious. To devise a caption laughing about people losing their hair. You have to be a special kind of like so butthurt about how many people tell you no about your business, how many people present you with facts about your business that you cannot even process for you to then go and do that caption. I can't wrap my head around this. I can't. I've never seen anything like this before. And I'll say this again. How do people think that this is gonna sell products? Being this condescending, this rude, this vindictive, how? Do you think a CEO, a true CEO of a company who's trying to run a business would laugh at their customers whose hair is falling out in clumps? You know what's probably hilarious to her too? The thousands of people who have hair loss, scabs, and sores on their head because of Mon8 hair products. There are Facebook groups dedicated to this shit. People who are trying to remedy what happened to them, all with the same circumstance. They all used Mon8 hair care. There are harmful ingredients like red clover in these products that are causing people hair loss. There's nowhere that it says it's clinically proven it can't do that. Where? Show me that. Hey, show me that. You know what I'll show you that's even more hilarious than you laughing at people who are losing their hair? All the class action lawsuits that are going on right now of the people who've lost their fucking hair over these bullshit products that you've decided to peddle at the expense of everybody in your life and the expense of other people. I think the most hilarious part is how out of touch this person is with the rest of society. So out of touch that they would be driven to post something like this. Insane. So I'll leave that one up for you guys to dissect. Do whatever you want with that. I don't really think there's anything else to say about that one. Holy shit. So our final one, if you can even believe it, it's actually might be worse than the last one we just looked at. And the last one was pretty bad. I haven't seen like something like that in all my years. This one, I'll give you a little bit of backstory before we talk about it. So this is the top Beachbody, one of the top Beachbody people, like top, even higher than the first girl, okay? I found her because Beachbody released a list of 2019 top 10 teams. And from that, I decided to look up who these people were. Like, see, okay, what are these people made of? Like, what are they like? What are their personalities like? What's their work ethic like? Because it's interesting to me the top people of the company, they must really be on it. You know what I'm saying? So I looked up a bunch of them, and this one person particularly caught my attention, and this is the one that we're talking about today. She's their top coach in the company, okay? So I figured she must really be good. And to give you even more context, when I found her a couple weeks ago, she was really, really pregnant. Like any day, it looked like she could go, you know? She was saying that too. So anyway, about a week ago, she had her son, and I noticed very early on that she's somebody that shares a lot about her life, and I think that is a major problem with Beachbody, is they kind of push people to share every aspect of their life, and I think sometimes it crosses the line. So I'm gonna let you be the judge of whether or not this crossed a line. She's in the hospital, so this is like the next day, I think, after she gave birth, or maybe it's the same day. I can't really remember. It doesn't really matter that much, but it's somewhere within the 24 hours after having birth, okay? So they're waiting to kind of be discharged and doing paperwork and different things like that, okay? So she gets on and she says this.
Good, so just checking in, letting you guys know what's up. Oh, he's getting circumcised today. Also, if you guys have opinions about that, don't message me. If you have opinions about immunizations, don't message me. Until it's your baby, you don't get to have a say in how anyone else raises their own. So he's getting circumcised, and so we're waiting for that. This is happening. So, check you on the flip side.
You know, I find it weird because she's sharing something which, you know, I've never seen anybody on social media share that. You know, I think for probably a reason. Okay, it's kind of bizarre to share something like that online to over 100,000 people, by the way, who are undoubtedly strangers to you. There's no way you know all those people. Okay, so you're sharing that private information. Okay. But then to snap into this kind of hostile attitude after saying something like that, saying, if you have opinions about that, don't message me. If you have opinions about immunizations, don't message me. Here's my first thought. Hey, if you don't want people to message you about something, don't put it online. Maybe start there. And again, I'm going to leave it up to you to decide. Do you think that people should be sharing that information? I think that we have a problem, and it's not just with Beachbody, but, you know, in general, people oversharing personal business. But here's the next clip. So I checked back about 2 or 3 hours later, and she's back with an update. Okay? Back with an update.
Ew. And they said his penis is too small to get circumcised today. Poor guy. You know, he'll grow into it. He's got massive balls. And they said that's normal. So, you know, don't tell him or any of his future girlfriends, but we are going to wait. She said, the pediatrician was like, wait a month to 3 months. So, yeah, we'll wait. So anyway, he didn't have that done today. So, a little update,
she says. I've never in all of my time on social media seen somebody or heard someone talk about those things on social media. It's bizarre to say stuff like that. I'm bewildered, okay? Here's the question I need to raise to you. Is it appropriate to talk like that on social media? Would it be appropriate, do you think, for anyone out of any other company to be talking about that, especially the top coach who's representing all these other people with hundreds and thousands of people in her downline, okay? The number one coach in the company, hundreds of thousands of people in the downline. Do you think that it would be appropriate? I have to imagine that at any other company, if you're saying stuff like that online, somebody from HR is going to give you a call and say, hey, maybe take that down. Hey, maybe don't talk about your kids' private parts on social media to hundreds of thousands of people. Okay? And here's the other thing too. She knows that a lot of people are watching because more people than usual watch you leading up to giving birth, giving birth, after giving birth, because it's an interesting and momentous time in somebody's life, right? Understandably. So more people are watching that even than normal. So this kid's now a day old and already has an embarrassing digital footprint because his mom is going around on social media talking about the size of his private parts. Huh. I really don't know exactly what to make of this, but I think it's one of two things why she's saying this online. She's either baiting people into interacting with her by saying things like this and having people message, and so, you know, she either has attention or she has people messaging her so then she can talk to them about Beachbody or whatever it is, or she's so out of touch with the rest of the world that she thinks that it's okay to talk like that on social media about her son. All these people are going to remember what his mother said about his private parts. You know, I really have to bring it back to the culture that Beachbody creates. They push you and they push you and push you to share every aspect of your life. And I think, and this is certainly the case in this scenario, I would assume, that the lines are getting blurred between what you should be sharing and, you know, sharing all the time and when you should take a break, you know, because when you work from home or you work for yourself or on social media, it's like your work never really ends. And it's hard to decipher what you should be posting and what you shouldn't be posting. And you know, I think that it's fair to say that the line should definitely be drawn when it comes to embarrassing your children or at the expense of other people. I think it's fine to talk about your own, you know, personal things, your personal journey, your personal pregnancy or whatever, but to say things that are out of bounds, I think is where maybe you should draw the line. And I think that with Beachbody, things are so blurred. These people are programmed to just say everything. They're trying to bait anybody into messaging them. Anybody, anyone. They're like, I feel so much anxiety today. And then they're hoping somebody who has anxiety reaches out. And they're like, hey, you want to, you know, work on this? Or they look for people with these markers. It seems to me that that's the case. I'm really trying to synthesize this, but I don't know if I can. I'm leaving it up to you. Is this fine? Is this cool? Is this kosher? Is this the way the world should be moving? And if it's not, maybe we need to pump the brakes a little bit and more clearly define what's okay to say online about our children. Maybe the paint has worn and we need to get somebody out there and with a truck and just, you know, let's get some new lines on there, guys. Jesus. And the reason why I'm especially bringing this up is because I've seen a trend lately, and it's a conversation or a topic that I've been wanting to talk about because I'm curious about what you think. Recently I had a former significant other of somebody who's in network marketing tell me that his partner had said that having a baby would boost her business. So I think, once again, there are some blurred lines. And I'm not insinuating, by the way, that people are having kids just for Beachbody purposes or MLM purposes or whatever it works, whatever the case is. What I'm saying is, I think some people are more motivated or having kids preemptively because they know it will boost their business and will get them more views, more likes, more eyes, more business, and they can center more content around pregnancy and baby life. And I think it's a question that we should start to consider. Do you think people are doing that? Is my question. Because if somebody's views are down, what better way than have all these people watching, because they know that people are going to be watching, because people are interested in that, and they know they can connect with other moms because they have a kid now. Do you know what I'm saying? Just something to consider. So anyway, that was the last fail that we had in this video. I hope you found it interesting. Please subscribe for more anti-MLM content. I do one every single week-ish. And leave a like, as always, if you enjoyed the video. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.